We're at Fluid Power, and checking the roofs out. We've got 3 separate roof areas. 2 are smooth surface and 1 slag surface. The roof we're on now is the office building, I'm going to call it. It's the highest of the 3. It's a smooth surface roof, and it looks like it's been maintained fairly well. It's got the aluminum coating on it. You can tell it's been coated quite a bit by the thickness of the coating, filling the cracks up. Originally it was a 3-ply asphalt roof, and as I say, it's been maintained fairly well. You can see down here, this bottom line, right along this line here, you can see we're getting some cracking there, and you can also see that this area holds water. The staining here is indication of water being held back or ponded or whatever. Right here, this stuff here is coating that was put over a dirty surface. It just didn't bond correctly. So this roof, it has a fairly aggressive pitch. You can see the pitch on the perimeter wall there. You can see how much it falls. Over the 43 feet, it looks like it drops about a foot, which is good. That's a good pitch. But it has a little dam up problem down here at the bottom where this ponding water is. So it looks like this can be repaired. I don't think that this is ready for re-roofing. One thing that's a little concerning, you can see this spot right here. This stuff here is water. This is water. This is water. Water is getting into this crack now, and going into the winter, I'm sure to cause some problems if it's not corrected. You got 2 scuppers up here that the water's just not getting to. If you wanted to correct this permanently, you would tear off along this edge and put a better drainage design in there, either a cricket system or something that enhances drainage to those drains. Lower the drains, add crickets, something along those lines, and get rid of this water, because the water has no problem getting from there to here, but once it gets here, it dams up. You can see these other roofs. Here you've got this the central roof, which is down here. You can almost see the corrugations of the steel deck along this bottom drainage field, and that's not good. That insulation under there is compressed to the point of it must have been wet or something to allow it to do that. And again, you have a drainage problem there where the water just doesn't get to the boxes. You can see the dark staining, which is an indication of standing water. Now, this is another job where it would be wise to consider tearing off maybe 9 feet out right along that edge and putting in new roofing and new drainage that would enhance complete water removal. You'd have to check and see how thick the insulation is on the rest of the roof and what the elevation is of the boxes, but you ought to be able to do something there that would help. The rest of this roof, you've got what's called picture framing. You see the wrinkles in the roof. It's hard to see in the screen in the sunlight, but I'm going to say there's one right there, and there's others that are looks like 2 to 4 feet away. Well, that's a sign of the insulation on the roof that heat's escaping through, and that's what causes those ridges. The heat coming through that insulation over years and years is enough to cause that ridging. So you got some ridging on this roof, which isn't good, but I think this portion of the roof, from the edge of the staining over, is probably good enough to go over top of. You probably want to knock these ridges down and then go right over top of it. And we also noticed that the top course of block on this wall right here is separated. Something you want to look into. The top course is walked right off the wall. It's in about 1/4 of an inch now. Usually that happens from negative wind pressure. Wind blowing over top of the roof can lift everything up, and that includes the top course of block if you get enough of it. So that's going on. And then that far slag roof, yeah, that is an older roof, but it looks to be in pretty good condition. Not sure how much trouble that's given you. It looks like there was a patch done in the back left corner. But I think that, you know, that's probably a roof that's not causing problems right now. I don't know that for sure. I haven't talked to anybody inside yet. But by visual, I'd say there's nothing super urgent on that roof. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there is something going on in that back corner by the patching, but it just looks like it's fairly healthy outside of that patching.